Welcome to Sporting in the 608. It's our first segment, and our plan for this series is to take you out to some of Madison's lesser known but still exciting sporting scenes. For our first piece, today we're talking about the Madison Cougars women's football team.
Go! Cougars, ready? Go!
You spend so much time. You don't know when you first start playing football how much of a commitment it is when you first sign up. And you start with practices, and we have so many rookies this year that you don't know anybody. By the time our first game comes around, you've spent more hours with the women that you play football with than you have your own family. So, I mean, there's just a great camaraderie.
It's very much like a second family. Like, I feel very close to the team, and I feel like it's a huge family. It's a great team. It's a great chemistry together, and we're all very close.
I think that, and it's also an opportunity for women to get into something that's not that big of a sport, right? I mean, it is kind of like on the down low a little bit. Like, nobody's really heard about women's football. I've been playing for 6 years, and people can't believe it. It's kind of an opportunity, I think, for women to get into it. And then with the younger girls that are coming to our games, when they get into high school and stuff, and you can play when you're 18. So, you know, if you wanted to do that, if you're in college, you know, it's an opportunity.
And you can always see when that light bulb goes off and they actually get something that you've been talking about for weeks. It's like, oh, and they start doing it in a game over and over. That's the enjoyment out of it. You know, they always want, the thing I like about the women, they always want more detail.
They're eager to learn. And that's one thing about women's football compared to men's football, is that women want to learn, they want to know what's going on, whereas the guys, you can just bark out orders and they'll just do what you want, and they basically will do it and they don't understand why. But with women, we want to understand why, so that makes us a better ball player.
And getting in shape, and just like, there was like times in the beginning of practicing where I thought it was like torture, like well-intentioned torture, just like tearing apart our bodies and like core strengthening and stuff.
Getting in shape is brutal. But we have an affiliation with Fitness Plus. It's a gym here in Madison. They're a sponsor of us, and they took all of us Cougars on. We worked out for 4 months before the season even started, before our practices even started. So we started in like September, and then by the end of it, it'll almost be an entire year of football.
Every season I've played, I've been hurt, and there's hurt and there's injury. And I've told the girls, if you're hurt, you can still play. If you're injured, depends on the severity of your injury. I think I've dislocated my finger. I've tore the muscles behind my ribs. We were tackling a gal and we hit heads, and my helmet came down over my nose and it busted my nose.
I would say go do it, and I would say start as young as you possibly can. And just because I think it's a huge amount of fun, and I think the more you're able to be around it and develop your skills and fundamentals, especially the age where they're developing them, would be able to better serve them as they want to continue on in the sport.
People, you know, have to come to our games to actually see, you know, how great we are, and that we do just as well as everyone else. It's unfortunate that most people will never actually get to experience that because they think of us as women's tackle football. It's convincing boys, you know, even my nephew or my cousins who are young and live in small towns and have small minds, that don't believe women can play football. So it's convincing them and everyone else around us that we're just as good as everybody else. We're not feminists or torchbearers. Now we're just women who love to play football.